let's talk about the word fine. Because fine might be one of the most socially acceptable lies we tell. It sounds calm, it sounds steady, harmless. I'm fine. And everyone moves on. No one panics. No one digs deeper. No one asks another question. It keeps things smooth, keeps things manageable. It keeps things polite, but fine is rarely simple. It can mean I'm okay. It can mean I don't have the energy to explain. It can mean I'm holding it together. It can mean please don't ask me a follow-up question. It can mean if we go deeper right now, will I unravel? Sounds like a Tosha thing. And sometimes fine means I'm absolutely not fine. But I don't know how to say that safely. I've used that word most of my life, not because I wanted to lie, not because I didn't feel deeply, but because I felt too deeply. Growing up, I was told I was dramatic, too emotional, too intense, too sensitive. So I learned something early. Big feelings overwhelm people. Depth makes people uncomfortable. Long explanations exhaust people. Just too much. So instead of changing my depth, I changed my delivery. Instead of unpacking what I felt, I compressed it. Fine. Instead of explaining the emotional storm, I summarized it. Fine. Instead of saying, this really hurts, I said it's fine. Because I didn't want to look weak. I was supposed to be tough. I was supposed to be capable. I was supposed to handle things. If I worked hard enough, if I achieved enough, if I pushed through enough, then I would eventually become fine. And that was the equation. And here's where it gets layered. I believe in mindset. I believe in perspective. I believe in gratitude. I believe in the law of attraction. I've watched The Secret more times than I can count. It takes about how thoughts shape your reality, how what you focus on expands, how gratitude shifts energy, how belief changes outcome. And that belief carried me through very hard seasons, through trauma, through loss, rebuilding, through starting over. Choosing light saved me. Choosing hope mattered. Choosing gratitude mattered. There is power in directing your focus, but here's the nuisance. Choosing light is not the same as denying darkness. Positive thinking is not emotional suppression saying I'm fine. To shift perspective is different than saying I'm fine to avoid your truth. And for years, I blurred those lines. Sometimes fine was strength. Sometimes it was survival. Sometimes it was bypassing, and my body always knew the difference. Even when my mouth didn't. Tight jaw, raised shoulders, shallow breathing, brain fog. Fine. That disconnect, right? It didn't make any sense to me. But layer by layer, response and by response, until one day you realize you don't actually know how you're feeling. You know that you're fine. There's always something very specific about neurodivergent women in their 30s and 40s. You've had decades to practice masking, decades to practice performing stability, right? Being the responsible one, the capable one, the strong one, the easy one, the one who makes sure everyone else is okay first. And fine fits that role perfectly. It's efficient, low maintenance, keeps you likable, it keeps you employable, it keeps you steady. It prevents conflict, escalation, right? Prevents you from being labeled dramatic, but here it is at quiet cost. And if you're always saying fine, people stop looking deeper. They stop asking, they assume you're okay. Because you train them that you are. And eventually you start believing it too, even when you're not. There's fine in public. There's fine alone. Fine, public polished. It's eye contact, steady tone, competence. Fine, alone, quieter. It's starting the ceiling at night. It's replaying conversations. It's wondering why something small hit so hard. It's feeling tired in a way that doesn't fix. It's sensing you're evolving, but not knowing how to explain it. That gap between public fine and private fine matters because the gap tells you something. It tells you where you're compressing. It tells you where you're performing. It tells you where, you're not fully honest with yourself. Reinvention changes everything when you start evolving and you start outgrowing the old version of yourself. When you start stepping into something new, fine doesn't hold up anymore because reinvention is uncomfortable. It's emotional. You're choosing differently, and you cannot do that honestly while pretending you're fine. I remember realizing that not dramatically, not in some explosive breakdown, just quietly. Noticing that the word fine felt incomplete, not fully false. Just incomplete, right? It erased nuisance. It hid transactions. So, I don't know, I expanded it. I'm fine. Just tired, I'm fine. But processing, I'm fine. It's been a heavy week. I'm fine. Just overstimulated. That second sentence changed everything, and it kept my regulation. But it told the truth. I felt integrated. I felt adult. I felt like strength without suppression. Strength in your 20s looks like independence. Strength in your 40s looks like awareness. Awareness of your capacity. Awareness of your limits. Awareness of when you're masking. Awareness of when you're actually okay. You don't owe everyone full emotional report. You don't have to unpack everything on demand, but you do owe yourself honesty. You deserve to know what's actually happening inside of you. You deserve to ask, what does fine mean today? Is it peace? Is it protection? Habit? Hope? Fear? Is it exhaustion? If I could speak to the younger version of me who thought of being emotional meant being weak, I would say this. Your depth is not a flaw. Your intensity is not dramatic. You need for meaning is not too much. You do not have to shrink your experience in one word. You do not have to earn strength by pretending you're fine. You're allowed to feel deeply. You're allowed to need space. You're allowed to say, this is hard. You're allowed to still believe in gratitude and almost admit something hurts. Those things can't exist together. That's emotional maturity. It's real growth. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And if this felt like something you needed today, I'm really glad you found it. I'll see you next time on Tosha Lee Unmasked. All right.